今日何かした？
元気、今週テストがたくさんあったから休んだ。
本当？よかった。
今日何をした？
本屋に行って漫画を買った。
漫画、ジャンナも漫画を読む。
もちろん、とても面白い。
本当？どんな漫画が好き？
よくわからない。子供の時、名探偵コナンが一番好きだった。中学の時、少女漫画が好きだったから、カードカプタ桜が一番好きだった。高校の時、怖かったからデスノートが一番好きだった。
子供の時、漫画があまり好きじゃなかった。でも今、フルーツバスケボーよでいる。かわいいだよ。
そうだよね。今日、本屋でかわいい漫画を買った。見て。
進撃の巨人？
かわいいよね。
ちょうど。
10時半。遅いね。明日、アルバイトがあるから早く起きる。だから今、家に帰る。じゃあ、おやすみ。
おやすみ。
People everywhere are familiar with the concept of comics, yet one type of comics has become very popular in recent years with fans all over the globe. Japanese manga have become the medium for some of today's most famous stories, yet what is it exactly and how did it get so popular? The origins of manga can be traced as far back as the 6th and 7th centuries with Buddhist picture scrolls, which portrayed the passage of time through art.
Later on, Japan would start woodblock art when artists is stood out from the others.
Hokusai was a famous woodblock artist known for works such as The Great Wave off Kanagawa. He coined a term for some of his work.
This word manga was made of two parts, man meaning physical and ga meaning picture.
Following the rise of woodblock art were yellow covers or ikibyoshi. These were illustrated stories targeted towards adult audiences and were often politically controversial.
Japanese art began to change because of Europe. Such elements included shading, anatomy, perspective, and Bible speech. Other things that were brought from the West were the usage of printing press and the classic comic strip style.
With the efficiency of printing presses and the new layout for art, the rise of humor magazines such as Maru Maru Shimbun came about.
However, World War II brought many changes in Japanese comics strips. Government interference led to the shutdown of many magazines and presses.
Furthermore, artists were pressured into drawing strips that focused on one of three things: family life during the war, Japan's enemies, and propaganda. The fragmented printing companies often gave rise to smaller groups who published cheap comics called red books.
Red Book author Tezuka Osamu would come to be known as the father of manga.
Tezuka Osamu was a medical student and Red Book author whose first publication, Treasure Island, became very popular due to its cinematic and novel-like feel.
He would go on to use many genres and would create classics such as A Strong Boy and Princess Knight.
Around the same time, one of the first female manga artists rose to popularity, Hasegawa Machiko. She is mostly known for a comic strip Sazae-san, which focused on daily life and women's experience.
Hasegawa's comic would inspire the rise of soldier manga. In Japan, text is read from right to left, top to bottom. Comic panels are read in the same fashion.
Like any other art publication, manga is aimed at specific age groups. Shonen manga, arguably the most popular type of manga, is aimed for young boys, and alternatively, shoujo manga is targeted toward young girls. It's also marketed towards older audiences. Seinen manga for older men and josei manga for older women can both contain elements that are considered more mature. Manga has many different subgenres. One of the most popular is the magical girl type.
Manga also cover more common genres such as romance, mysteries, horror, and science fiction.
Shoujo manga can encompass a wide variety of specific styles and subgenres. One of the earliest shoujo manga, The Rose of Versailles, is notable for challenging traditional gender roles.
Other shoujo manga would also challenge the traditional image of obedient and meek woman, and they would also discuss topics such as romantic conflict, sexuality, and friendship.
Some of the most iconic shoujo manga would include Takeuchi Naoko's Sailor Moon, Clamp's Magic Knight Rayearth, Yazawa Ai's Nana, and Watase Yu's Fushigi Yugi. Shonen manga tend to explore topics such as adventure, humor, and honor. Science fiction and technological themes are widely used in shonen manga and have produced classics such as Fujio Fujiko's Doraemon. Other shonen manga often deal with things such as sports, horror, and mystery. Some of the most popular manga titles include Arakawa Hiromu's Full Metal Alchemist, Watsuki Nobuhiro's Rurouni Kenshin, and Kubo Tait's Bleach.